Hey guys, welcome back to Live at the Roxy. Oh boy, we have a lot of shit to talk about today and a lot of stuff going on. I've had a ton of guests on recently, which has been amazing. Staffs Abroad, Daniel Radford, Joe Starr, Josh McCouga, and it's been so much fun. But I wanted to do a broadcast just with you guys today and me to talk about some of the updates in my life, in your guys' lives, and also creatively and having to do with coronavirus. So, welcome to the Me, Myself, and I stream. Here we are. Gosh, I will say today, of all the days so far, I am the most scatterbrained, the most flustered, the most frustrated, and the most lonely. And I wonder if this is starting to hit you guys in the same way that it's really starting to hit me. It's tough. This is fucking tough. No lie. At first, I was like, people thinking this is tough. This is not that bad. And in some ways, it is not. Of course, it could be worse, and it probably is going to get worse. But as of right now, today has been the most frustrating day so far, for sure, without a doubt. And I'll talk about all of the reasons why. But first, just shout out to all of you guys for joining me here live right now. You're my true homies, the rock stars, and I'm so grateful to have you guys here with me. Honestly, truly, I know we all say we're so grateful, but I really am from the bottom of my heart. I could not do this without you guys right now. I'm really scared during this time, as many of you are also, and you guys help tremendously with me getting through it. And I hope that me streaming live every single day is helping you guys get through it as well. Starting with a couple of things over here in the super chat, also in the Streamlabs that I want to get to. In the super chat, Larry Lee says, got a stomach bug, so now quarantine sucks. That fucking sucks. I'm sorry. Brutal. Stomach bugs are the worst. Hopefully it'll be gone soon. Those stomach bugs seem to run their course within like 24 to 48 hours. So best of luck with that. Larry also said, thanks so much for the daily streams. Helps a lot. I'm glad it helps. I hope it helps. It's helping me, and I hope it's helping you guys. Today has been a busy day as I've been doing a ton of work and emails, and also did DC Movie News. And after this, I'm doing Doreena's stream, and then I have a live video chat staff meeting for AfterBuzz tonight, and have been on and off the phone with my grandparents and doing a lot of stuff for them as well. So just a lot going on, as I'm sure you guys have as well. Everybody's got shit going on right now, or maybe you guys don't. Who the hell knows? Going over to the Streamlabs, though, and streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Shout out to Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs who says, hey, Roxy, happy Friday. Congratulations on episode 1 of The World Girls hitting 10,000 views. That's awesome sauce. Hashtag Whirlpool Crew. I don't have a question, but wanted to say it's been a great week of shows. Excited to see next week's shows/guests. Hashtag Rockstars Band. Wow, I didn't even notice that it hit 10,000. That's freaking awesome. We were waiting for that yesterday, so I'm really glad to see that it went there. That's pretty fantastic. Also, between yesterday's stream and today's stream, Weston Ira in here said, here's a bit of change for you to change your mind, pun intended, about my favorite show in years that's stuck behind an infamous paywall, Star Trek Picard. I'm betting you 5 small ones to check it out. The finale has some legit endgame vibes. I don't know if I'll be able to, Weston, but thank you for that. Appreciate it. Barely able to do anything right now. I haven't eaten yet today. It's almost 3:00, and then I'm going straight from this into Doreena's stream, so I know that I'm not going to be able to eat until like around 6 or something. That's not to feel bad for me. I'm just saying I barely have time to do my job, let alone binge Picard right now, but we'll see. We'll see what I can do, because that's not a show I have to cover for work. There are shows I still have to cover for work. So that's what I'm doing most of the time. Speaking about behind a paywall, guys, I've made some major changes to my Patreon recently. I'm just going to be as upfront and honest with you guys as possible right now about everything that's gone on my Patreon and where I'm at with it currently. So my patrons are incredible. I am obsessed with my patrons. I have over 200 of them, and I feel so fucking lucky for every single one of them. 209 patrons currently, and my Patreon has been immensely helpful in helping me survive during this time. Survive once I lost my job with Collider, and everything when I initially started my Patreon, I was hoping that that money could go towards funding my future projects. Right now, I'm using it literally to eat when I do eat and try to stay alive and live with a roof over my head. So, eventually I would like that to be the thing that does fund my projects and helps do that. But I have had to make some changes on my Patreon because I was a little overly ambitious when I started it. And I was finding I was having all of this severe anxiety about it because I was unable to come through on some of the things that I was saying I was going to come through on. And that is very unlike me as a person. If I promise something, I'm going to do it. And so it just started to get very overwhelming. I was started by doing all these Instagram rap videos for people, and then I would get very far behind, and all of a sudden I'd have 40 raps I would have to do, and I'd have no time to create them and make them, and they would take me kind of hours, and it was very like I don't want to upset anybody, and I don't want to fuck anybody up, and I was just getting very anxious about it. So I have changed my tiers. Same thing with the Skype videos that I was saying for the higher tier. So I've changed my tiers and I want to go over them. And these are things that I am really excited about. And I think that you guys are excited about too. And they're also things that I can do. So I'm excited about that. So for my Patreon, if you go to patreon.com/Roxy Stryer, you can join. If you join at the $1 tier, I will say right now, it is very beneficial because anytime I do a live video, I put it in there, and I know YouTube is having problems pushing out content right now. So even if you're subscribed to my channel, a lot of times you're not getting the notification that I'm going live. And if you are a patron of mine, you're always going to be told when I am doing a live show. So that's one of the benefits. Another benefit is that it gives you access to my Discord. So I have a Discord, talking it all the time. I check in a couple times a day. And see what you guys are talking about in there. There's a bunch of different categories in there. There's TV, gaming, cannabis, live at the Roxy, all different stuff like that. So if you want to join my Discord and also get notifications, it also gives you some access to additional content I make. Like anytime that I review a movie, but I don't feel like it's a big enough movie to put on my YouTube, some of the more indie ones, I will put it there. For the $3 and up, the $3 and up is great because I do these 5-minute streams at night. I do them a few times a week, and you get access to those in the $3 and up. You also get access to my Discord as well. But whether it's more handheld and I'm going around and I'm kind of just talking about what happened between when I talked to you guys last at Live at the Roxy and the nighttime, they're just a little more intimate and up close and personal. And I've been enjoying doing them a lot. So those 5-minute videos, I haven't figured out whether they're nightcaps or what we're calling them yet, but those are great at $3 up tier. And the $5, you're going to get the Discord, you're going to get those nighttime videos. In addition to that, I'm going to tweet you thanks. The tweets take a little longer to get out. And I was doing those at the earlier tier, but I feel like $5 is a good amount for that. And I am still tweeting people out. I've got like 40 people still on a list right now. So sometimes it takes about 2 months for you to get that tweet out, but I am going through them now and I'm really prioritizing it. So hopefully that would be of interest to you guys. And the $5 tier is great. And we're going to think of things to add to all of these things as well in the future. And the $10 tier, which I think is probably the most, it's one of the more badass tiers, because if you guys are $10 patrons and up right now, you know that you guys get to ask questions to every single guest we have on live. And so that's a pretty great deal because it's almost like putting in, if I'm going to have 3 or 4 guests a week at this point, it's like less than $1 a question a month for these people. So it's a really good one. So you get all the things that the previous tiers get, and you get to ask a question to each of the guests at Live at the Roxy. I put it there usually the night before. I put a post, and then you guys, any questions you ask. So I'll be doing that tonight for tomorrow's guest. I have to update you guys on guests in a moment, by the way. So don't forget to remind me to do that. You don't have to remind me. I'll remember. I'm a pro. And in the $25 tier, I'm really excited about this. This is a new thing that I'm implementing. And I know that the action guys have been doing video chat stuff more, and I wanted to do that more. So the $25 tier, once a month, we're going to do a group Zoom video chat for the $25 and up tiers. So the group Zoom video chat. So it'll just be kind of a more personal with all the people in that tier. And I'm excited to get to know you guys a little more and be able to see you guys and hang there. And in the $50 tier, you also are going to get all of those things plus the video chat. And you're also going to be able to pick the topic for a Live at the Roxy. So one of these daily streams that I'm going to talk about live on air, and the episode will be dedicated to you. So those are my new Patreon things right now. Obviously subject to change. Really appreciate you guys staying on board with me as I've figured out all of this stuff. I'm sorry for the anxiety that's gone into it. I want this to just be a place of love and happiness and friendship. And I don't want to have to feel like I'm falling behind or I'm stressed out about something. I know you guys don't want to have to feel like that either. So I'm really excited about these new things, and I'm going to be putting a lot of effort into my Patreon, and I'm excited about all of that stuff. So patreon.com/Roxy Stryer. I know that's a long-winded way but I just wanted to go through all the tiers and explain what was going on over there, as I've talked about my Patreon many times on this show before and haven't really dived into what is available for you guys over there. So if you're not already a patron, go over there, patreon.com/Roxy Stryer. And again, I will be adding things. There will be special like this month for this dollar tier, or this month for this dollar tier. So if you would like to further support me, that is a great way to go and do it. Going back to the super chat for a second, Gold Junge 83 says, best wishes from Germany. We're all together in this. Keep up your good work, Roxy. Stay strong. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love Germany. I went there when I was 20, and I've been dying to go back. So much love back to you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Also in the super chat, Nick Bartlett, who says, pivot. Enjoy your stuff. Keep on keeping on. Thank you. Oh, I wish I had more time to watch Friends right now. I love me some Friends. So that is a nice little Friends reference, and I will absolutely take it. Taking that little piece of my heart out, baby. Going back to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. The arrow says, hey, Roxy, don't forget when you go out in public, wear a mask, and learning bow and arrow can help during this time. You haven't failed the city. So curious what precautions you've been taking in public. I wear a big scarf around my face. I wear gloves. I wear a big hoodie. And then when I go in and I bring my Purell in, I spray everything down, or the jows that I use. And then I get all the stuff I need. And then when I get back to my car, I take the gloves off. Usually actually I Purell on top of the gloves first. Then I take them off. Then I Purell my hands underneath. Then I take off the hoodie and actually, okay, so I Purell the gloves. I take the gloves off. Then I take off the hoodie and I take off the scarf and I throw them on the floor. And then I Purell my hands. And then I go into wherever it is, go into my grandparents to go give them the stuff. So it's almost like I'm wearing two different outfits. I'm like crazy about this stuff, but you want to take off everything that was in the store and leave it, and then Purell yourself, and then go into your grandparents or your loved ones who you're trying to help. So those are some of the precautions that I'm taking. Thanks, the arrow, for asking. Daniel Rahimi says, just rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's the perfect set of movies to watch during these strange times. It gives you hope for the future. I haven't watched it in a long time. Maybe I should, but when? Who's your favorite character and what's your favorite moment of the movies? Oh my God. Stay safe, Roxy. I have no idea. I barely even remember them. I seriously barely even remember them. Liv Tyler? Maybe. I don't know. What the hell do I know? I would have to rewatch. I don't remember anything, honestly. Ben always makes fun of me because movies are like, TV shows stick with me forever and movies are like, boom, boom. I did like the series. I'm so sorry, Daniel. I don't know. I remember I like Liv Tyler and Legolas. That's Orlando Bloom, right? Yeah, I liked him. And I liked Elijah Wood, I think. Or it was the other one, the guy that was in I liked him, but then I liked the guy that was in Stranger Things, in Goonies, whatever his name is. So, yeah. Talking about guests for this week, guys. Guests for this week. So my friend Natalia, the actress that I was really excited about coming on, She had to postpone because she shattered her phone, and that's how she was going to do the broadcast. There's a new one coming to her on Monday. So she's actually moving into the Tuesday slot of next week. And I feel bad for her not having a phone during this time and having to deal with that. It's just fucking brutal, especially because she's like on a farm in isolation right now. But instead, for tomorrow's show, Cameron Rice, the person who directed The World Girls, and also you've seen him on Screen Junkies, and he's done a lot of stuff with Schmodown. He's going to be coming on, so I'm stoked about that. So Cam Rice will be our guest for tomorrow. And then on Sunday, Sam Basher from Only Stupid Answers and SourceFed, he will be coming on. So that will be great. I haven't gotten to talk to him in quite a bit, so I'm so excited. Monday, we've got Dan Merle coming on, which is fucking dope. Anytime I get to talk with Dan Merle is a great day. And then Tuesday, Natalia is going to come on. And then Thursday, Ken Knapsack is coming on. So again, stacked week, which is why it's a really good time to join at that $10 tier on Patreon if you want to be asking these guests questions, comments, concerns, all of that great stuff. Speaking of questions, comments, and concerns, Los Angeles, my friends, Los Angeles is doing some weird ass shit right now. I got this notification to my phone today. I think it was coming from THR, so Hollywood Reporter, breaking news. LA County officials order unprecedented closure of beaches, trails, and bike paths. It's so weird getting my news from Hollywood Reporter, but that is where it came from, as I guess it affects Hollywood. The drastic order was announced during Friday's press conference, during which health officials reported 5 deaths and 257 newly diagnosed coronavirus cases after seeing residents flock to hiking trails, bike paths, and beaches in Venice, Santa Monica, and Malibu last week. LA County officials announced today an unprecedented closure order to block the public from congregating in those areas in order to curb the ongoing spread of the novel coronavirus. The order will be enforced and is effective immediately, and applies to public trails and trailheads, beaches, piers, beach bike paths, and beach access points in LA County through April 19th. So that is a massive, drastic measure. I'm not saying that it's drastic as in they shouldn't be doing it, but even my friends who are self-quarantining are still going on these bike paths and are still going on these trails because they're getting exercise. So eliminating that will be interesting to see how people respond and if it does help or make a difference. It's a really big one. I also got notifications. I think I saw this for the first time I saw it was on Grant Gustin's Instagram. So thank you to THR and celebrities, Grant Gustin, for letting this be known. But I know a lot of people right now who are trying to get tested who are unable to get tested at this time because they believe they have coronavirus and they cannot get tested. I know that other cities and other states are doing a better job at testing right now. LA County is not doing a very good job being able to test because we have a severe lack of test kits. But for the first time, it was explained on their website who is eligible and how you actually get one. So I wanted to read these to you too, because this was very interesting. I'm going to go to the actual website, which is, for anybody who is in LA, coronavirus.lacity.org. Coronavirus.lacity.org. And it says on there, you can click on register for COVID-19 testing. So when you click on register for COVID-19 testing, currently it says, we're sorry, but testing appointments are full at this time. Please check back for updates. So then it tells you to check back every 24 hours, every day. You got to check back and see if you can get testing. Now, there are 3 groups of people that they are deeming eligible for testing. One of them is if you are 65 and older and you're experiencing symptoms, because they say that is the most at-risk group. The second one is if you have an underlying health condition. So, what they deem as an underlying health condition is something that makes you immunocompromised. Now, here are the diseases they're saying make you immunocompromised: diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, chronic lung disease, moderate to severe asthma, and people who are immunocompromised through treatments, such as people who are going through treatments for cancer. And then they also say that the third group of people are people who have been in contact with somebody who is a confirmed case of coronavirus, who have been self-isolate or in self-quarantine for 14 days and have more than 7 days left on their quarantine. Which that one I don't even know how or why the 7 days. Maybe they think if you have less than 7 days left, it's not even worth you getting testing. Maybe the test kits aren't able to figure it out. The way you actually get tested, as it described on here, is you have to drive up. So you cannot walk up. So if you do not have a vehicle, you're not able to do this. You have to drive up. There are 4 different places in LA and they don't tell you what those places are. If you are approved for testing, they send you something. You drive up to the testing place. They swab you. There's a nasal swab and an oral swab, depending on, I was unclear on that. Maybe depending on location. Then they swab you. It takes, they say, less than 5 minutes to be swabbed, but you might be waiting for longer than that. And then you go home, you self-isolate, and it takes up to 5 days for you to get the results. And once you get the results, if you do have COVID, then you can go in for treatment. That is my understanding of the situation right now, which is insane considering we know people have been tested for this and died prior to even getting the test results back. But it's not like I have a better pitch for them right now, except for we need more tests. That's what we need, more tests. That seems to be the only option. The only way to figure this out is we need more tests. So yeah, that's the Los Angeles situation right now. And I know that situation is different than the Massachusetts situation because that's where my family lives and I've been talking to them about it. So kind of wild seeing how states and cities are reacting differently and taking this to their own hands. I've heard that there are bidding wars between states for ventilators right now because the federal government is not stepping in on that. And so different states are having to fight and bid for what they need at this current time, which is scary as fuck. Scary as fuck. And I know we do not talk all things coronavirus all the time on the show because we try to distract, but every week I want to at least do a check-in on what's going on in Los Angeles and what's going on in the United States and what's going on around the world. Something positive that I've seen going on around the world is, have you guys seen in France and in England, they are doing these clap for carers, where at one time, I think it's like 8 p.m., everybody in the city opens their windows and starts clapping for the healthcare people, which is fucking awesome. Lena Dunham posted it on her Instagram of her doing it, partaking in the UK. So you can check that out there. But also a lot of people are talking about it. I just think that's freaking awesome and exactly the kind of thing we should be doing right now. Let's go into the super chat for a second and see what's going on here. Larry says, how do you fight procrastination when it comes to writing? I keep saying I'm starting my script, but get distracted. I'm not a good person to ask. This is going to be the most obnoxious comment I've ever made, but I am not a procrastinator. I never have been. I cannot enjoy other things until I get what I have to get done. So I think you just start, and make a goal for yourself. Like, I need this many pages by this day and this many pages by this day, and treat it like somebody's paying you to do it. Don't let yourself eat dinner until you start. Don't let try to incentivize yourself as best as you can. Maybe that will help. Hopefully, possibly, maybe. Katie Robinson says, I work at Target, and this week we got papers to carry to prove we're essential workers if we get stopped after the MN lockdown starts. Is that Maine? Is MN Maine? No, that's ME. MN. Guys, I'm so bad at my states right now. Massachusetts, Michigan. Is that Michigan? Minnesota? Mississippi, Minnesota. I got there eventually. Okay. Thank you, Katie. Sorry. Unreal. It's high risk. Still mostly just grateful for work. Totally. Yeah. But I saw that CVS is going to be hiring 50,000 new employees. It's just very risky right now because places are hiring people, but you have to be willing to go to work at this time. And I'm so grateful for those of you who are right now, because I take care of my grandparents. Obviously, I cannot do something like that, but it is good that there are places that are hiring for the people who really do need right now. Simply Emily says, I'm in Seattle and we cheered last night in thanks of all the essential workers. I have nothing but respect and appreciation for the people in the front lines keeping our world spinning completely. They're doing it for us. And that's why, when we say we stay at home it's got to be for the people that are doing everything that they can for us. Also, I love Seattle so much and I love people from Seattle. I just find that to be the best. I love Seattle. Seattle is the shit, and people there are so lovely and kind and hippie and great. And I like when it rains, so I like it. I like sunniness too, but I do like the rain. I know that's not what we're talking about, but those are just some more things about your girl Roxy Stryer. See, I'm kind of losing it when I start to sing. Going back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Stone Fanboy says, hey there, Roxy. Sorry you've been stressed lately. Hang in there, friend. This is the best I can do but I hope it helps in some way. Every dollar counts, Stone Fanboy. I really appreciate it. Still wishing for you to get into Stat Troy, STATROY. Oh, no, the Troy is part of the okay, into Star Wars so we can see you as beautiful carbonite statue. Wish you the best. I love Star Wars. Sorry I had such a hard time reading that. It did like this weird thing on my computer. Weston Ira in here says, hopefully you three Roxys are doing well. I'll have to check out today's stream when I can without being a wet blanket. It's a mental health thing. #we're all on. I totally get it. You got to watch when you can. And when you're not in the right mindset, sometimes you just want to be alone or doing your own thing. What are you three Roxys? Am I three people? I feel like three people right now. I feel like one person and 5 million people at the same time. King Roman in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, I'm a small business owner. Navigating all the government programs is overwhelming. I guess I know what I'll be doing this weekend. Thanks for the daily streams. Rockstar for life. King Roman, I appreciate that. It's fucking overwhelming. And that's why every week I do want to do at least one of these, kind of just updating on the situation, because it's fucking overwhelming. As I get these emails from Hollywood Reporter about the bike paths closing and hiking and trails and beaches, it's like, wait, but I'm still allowed to walk outside, right? And then also, podcasting is essential workers, but then we're not able to podcast in groups. Not that I would podcast in groups right now, but is that allowed to start back up? And then people saying that we should be back up by Easter, and then other people saying April 19th, and some people saying May, and then other cancellations. I was talking about the Wonder Woman push earlier today on DC Movie News, but Wonder Woman being pushed to August, and me thinking, is it going to even be? Are we going to be able to do this by August? There's just so many questions surrounding it. So many questions, confusion, questions, all that stuff. And I'm sure you guys have that as well. And I don't have all the answers, but I certainly have some thoughts. Yesterday, I went to Gelson's. I went to 2 grocery stores, and then I brought everything to Grammy and Papo. And that went pretty well. I got them almost everything they needed. They wanted some more canned stuff, but it was very, very fucking hard to find canned things right now. Even though Gelson's is pretty stocked with stuff, like canned fruits, because Papo has lost a lot of weight and he has very little appetite. And one of the things he'll eat is canned fruits. But that was like impossible. No canned peaches, and I was able to find canned pineapple, but then, because he has dementia, it's like will eat the canned pineapple and he gets so picky with certain things, but I was able to get most of what they want. But then it's also like a different brand than what they have most of the time. And Grammy's great about it. She doesn't really care, but Papa gets really, really specific and particular. For any of you guys who have ever dealt with somebody who has Alzheimer's or dementia, you know that they get really, really particular and choosy. I think it's about trying to control what they can. So, if it's the brand that they know or like, or if it all of a sudden, like Papa will make big declarations like, I no longer like pizza. But he won't say it like that. It will be like, I don't like pizza. And it's like, what? You had pizza yesterday. And he's like, no, I didn't. I don't like pizza. I've never liked pizza. And it's like, well, you do like pizza, but is it worth fighting about? So then some of the groceries I get are irrelevant because all of a sudden he'll decide that he doesn't like that thing anymore. Just kind of fucking comedic. A lot of the things, if they weren't happening to me, as fucked up as that sounds, would be very funny. They are even funny as they happen to me, but it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Isn't it good radio when somebody yawns in the mic? But that's how I'm feeling. I'm so tired. They're also the other night, just giving you guys all the stories that I haven't been able to give you all week because I've had so many guests on. By the way, I still haven't dealt with Spectrum. I've called them 5,000 times. Nobody can help me. Nobody will sell me internet. It's so fucking annoying. But the other night, I'm going to bed. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I've done all my work. I'm ready for bed. I'm exhausted. I'm watching like one episode of Floribama or Jersey Shore or some shit just to fall asleep to. And my eyes are closing and they're opening and they're closing and they're opening. And then I see this massive fucking spider in my bed just crawling. Not like a daddy long legs, like a big, thick black spider. Big black spider. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like jumped and it started running and it got on a pillow and I took the pillow and I flung it across the room. But then I started panicking because I was like, holy shit, this spider is still in this fucking room today. And I'm not going to be able to sleep with the spider in this room. So I got up and I started like hunting for the spider. And I looked for the spider for like 45 minutes and I couldn't find the fucking spider. And so I was like, so then I like undid all my sheets and like looked for it, put them all back on, couldn't find it. Was like, I'm going to spray everything here to kill the spider. But then I was like, I don't want to lay in the thing of the spider that I killed. I mean, lay in the sprays that would kill a spider because that's got to be really fucking bad for me too. So, oh my God, I was up like all night with my one eye open looking for this fucking spider. Still haven't found it. Feel like Ben told me that it probably went out the same exact way that it went in. But I don't know. This was a big motherfucking spider. It was fucking freaky. It was really freaky. It like totally wigged me out in bed. If it had been on the floor or the ceiling or the wall or something, but in my bed, ugh, brutal. Fucking brutal. By the way, guys, don't forget to thumbs up this video. Thank you to Jake Yakavetta in here who keeps reminding everybody to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I know it took us a while to hit that 20K, but we are now at 20.1. Keep on working. Yeah, baby. I think it's because of all the amazing guests that we've been having on recently. And so I'm going to stick to that format. I'm going to try to have guests on maybe, I said 3 to 4, but like really I'm going to try to go for 5 times a week. Because I think that you guys enjoy that. And also I like being able to talk to my friends and this gives me a reason to do it. So yeah, thumbs up, subscribe. And also if you are in a place right now that you can, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, and also right here in the super chat. I really appreciate both of them. Just the only thing that helps during this time. I am pitching some stuff to Screen Junkies still. So fingers crossed on that. They've been pretty amazing about listening and being open to doing things, but it's just hard with it's hard for fucking everybody right now. And most of my friends in the entertainment industry are getting completely laid off left and right. So what am I to complain about? It's happening to everybody. It's not like this is specific to me. And I'm so grateful that I started this up before because I'm so proud of Steph and I'm happy that she's starting her YouTube channel. But it is hard right now. Everybody's doing it. And I saw that apparently Perry is now live streaming as well during the 1 p.m. slot that I live stream during. And it used to be like, me, Riley, Roca, we all communicate about when we are streaming, but there's so many people at this point that it's like, how can you not overlap with somebody? So that's tough. That's tough. I don't even know what's going on at Collider anymore. When I saw she was live streaming, I texted John. I was like, oh my God, is she okay? Is everything okay at Collider? And he said, yeah, she's still there. So, yeah, I don't even know really what the state of Collider is at this time. I hope that they're doing well, and I wish them luck. I'm sure this is a tough time for everybody over there as well. Corinne D in the super chat. Corinne says, Boston Strong, thank you for your content. Corinne, you rock. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And Boston Strong is right. Part of me does wish I was in Boston with my family right now, but, I can't. With my grandparents, I have to make sure that I'm taking care of them and with them and helping along the way. But yeah, it's in my heart always. When people ask me where I'm from still, I have such a hard time answering that question. Because I say I go on vacation in Florida and somebody says to me, oh, where are you from? It's weird to say Boston at this point because I've lived in LA for over a decade, but I feel like I'll never be from LA. But when they're asking where are you from, I think they're asking just meaning like, where did you come to here from? But so if they say, where are you from? And I say from Boston, and then they say, oh, where do you live? And then I say in LA, it doesn't really make sense. I wonder if you guys struggle with that same thing. Again, not that it really fucking matters at all, but just going through the list of random shit that I'm thinking about during this bizarre ass time. Another thing I was thinking about when I was reading all the things like immunocompromised diseases. I mean, Ben has not been able to get tested for corona, and he has been sick. Ben Bateman of the Schmodown, he has been sick for 15 days. We don't know what was going on or what is going on. He's still been streaming and he's been trying really hard, but he has psoriatic arthritis and he has a lot of he has an autoimmune disease. So does that mean he's immunocompromised? Because how do they gauge which diseases make you more immunocompromised? I was thinking about this for myself as well, because I have this very rare, strange disease called porphyria, which is a different story for a different time, I guess. But essentially, I'm allergic to like my organs when things happen to my organs that are undisclosed. They say it's like exacerbated by dirt, sunlight, alcohol, drugs, like all the things that you can't, you can avoid some of those, but outside that you can't really avoid, my organs expand. And then I need to take steroids and whatnot to calm everything down so that I don't go into cardiac arrest. It only comes in spurts. So I only ever had one major attack where I ended up in the hospital for like a month. I said a story for another time, but then I started talking about it. I ended up in the hospital for a month, but then I had a minor attack when I was in Europe as well, and I ended up in the hospital only for a day. So am I immunocompromised? Also, I have a couple of my closest friends have MS. Does that make them immunocompromised? I don't know. So it's hard for me to even figure out on that sheet because it's all online. And again, it's not even like if you have any of those things, you can sign up for a test right now because they're overbooked. But when it does become available again, it's hard to know I know what 65 and older means, but I don't know what immunocompromised necessarily means. Commenting nerd says, my understanding is with autoimmune, it is actually that your immune system is overactive, in which it attracts your actual body cells instead of just foreign threats to your body. So would that make you immunocompromised or no? I really don't know. Sean Cal 26 in the super chat. Hey, Rocks, tough stuff indeed. Appreciate you and the work always. Hang tough. Sean Cow, very generous. Thank you so much for that support. Really appreciate you, and doing my best to hang tough, doing my best, and as I'm sure you guys are as well. I'm telling you, today was the day that I woke up and was like, fuck this. Fuck this. Whew. Have you guys had that day yet? Maybe tomorrow will be different. Ian Wilder says, just got laid off from my job yesterday, but I'm still feeling positive about the future and finding another job. Ian, I'm so sorry. At least you're in good company, as it seems to be happening to a lot of us, including myself, from many different places. It sucks, but I am feeling positive too, because I know that the people who are hard workers will come out on top, and that this will not last forever, and there will be after rain, there is a rainbow, and there are ways for us to make sure that this is that we do okay during this time, but it doesn't make it any easier, and I'm so sorry to hear about you losing your job. Sorry, Ian, and thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. NFL Caleb 22, thank you for your support in here. Appreciate you greatly. All of you guys, I appreciate. Also, you can hear it in my voice now. It's like I'm like this groggly da 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 da. Just this is me. I am Roxy, vocal fry, little old Roxy, little Roxy. Oh, I'm possibly losing my mind. By the way, guys, I did watch Josh Makuga's show, Eating History. For anybody who didn't watch it on Wednesday, it is available on the app, and if you have on demand there as well. And holy shit, it was so good. So proud of him. So grateful that he came on the show this past week, and he was awesome. It's so crazy when you get to see your friends on TV. And I really hope that gets to be me one day. And I believe it will be. But yeah, I just dream of it. And I see him there, and I know how hard he's worked for it. You know, this hasn't come easy to him or any of us. And he's been at this for a long ass time. And the first 2 episodes dropped, and he was just so great. And the show was interesting. It was disgusting at times, watching them eat old foods like Fritos and describe things as mildewy basements and shit. But it's also really interesting to hear about the history of food, and food that's over 100 years old, food that's over 50 years old, food from different war times, and how it got to them. I found that fascinating. And then at one point, somebody poked fun at Josh, and it made me feel like I was on set with him again, making fun of him. So that was pretty great. Yeah, it was pretty freaking awesome. And I'm so proud of him, so impressed. And I hope that you guys go watch it and check it out, and tweet at Josh and let him know that you are supporting him, because it's a very strange. Imagine your dreams are finally coming true, and you've been working your whole life to be on TV, and you are, and it's in the middle of this pandemic, and you don't know how to talk about it, and you can't go out for a premiere, and it's still great, everything, but I'm sure it's tough for him. So make sure we're supporting our friend Josh Makuga right now. Going back into the Streamlabs, guys, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. King Roman says, I hate to be the dissenting opponent, but I like the streams with no guests. I get to hear someone's unfiltered opinions about how they're handling things. I guess it helps me to handle things too. That's why I'm going to try to do both. Like if I could have 5 guests a week and then 2 non, then I think it'll be a good balance of you guys getting the unfiltered, I'm exhausted, here's what's fucking going on in Roxy's world. And then also interviews with the guests, but more just like conversations. And also I can talk more throughout those about how I'm feeling and get their honest opinions on what's going on during this time too. King Roman also says, will you be streaming over the weekend? The answer to that is yes. I am for as long as we are quarantined, barring, as long as nothing with my grandparents goes down, I will be streaming every single day, 7 days a week. I stream every day at 1 p.m. Pacific, except for Fridays, because I do DC movie news at 1. I will stream after that later. So 2:30 is when I'll go up on Fridays. But yes, I'm here. I'm here for you guys, and you guys have been here for me, so I'm very grateful about that. Paul Tutillo says, I hope you and your family are okay. Did I miss you watching The Matrix? No, I didn't watch The Matrix because we needed to hit 20,000 by March 1st. That was the goal. Once we hit 20, if we hit 20,000 by March 1st, I'll watch The Matrix. And we didn't hit our goal, which got me out of watching The Matrix, but was also sad because it took us forever to hit 20K. But we have done it because the rock stars are the best. By the way, guys, that's another way you can support me, just by growing the Rockstars band and telling your friends, and that's just help within itself. I want you guys to feel as supported as possible. I want us to be an entire band, and I love anytime people in here say, "This is my first time watching," or "Just found you." That like makes my heart soar. My heart soar? Do hearts soar? My heart, is that an expression? It makes my heart soar. It makes my heart beat soar. I don't know. I've lost the words, but so no, I haven't, and I still haven't seen The Matrix. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do it for 25K when we hit that, which will be in quite some time. Soar, not soar. Soar not soar. But they're said the same way, right? Hearts can soar. Thanks, guys, for keeping me on point. Hearts can soar. Roxy. Paulo Tutillo says, excited to see Dan Merle guest. Yeah, you and me both. I'm so excited to have him on, just to find out more what he's doing during this time of quarantine, what he's been working on. You know, the man is a workhorse, so I'm curious what he's been up to, and I just really like him a lot. I think he's awesome. And I'm assuming he's quarantined with Mara, so hopefully we get to say hi to her too. Just a little wave in the background. And yeah, you guys let me know also who else you want me to try to have on. I told you we already have stacked next week. But then I'm hoping that the week after I'm going to try to talk to some more people. I would like to ask Ellis and Fife and some of my other homies. Can't think of friends right now. I also really want to have Grammy on, but I have to figure out how to show her to click the StreamYard link because I can't do it. I'm there because I'm 6 feet apart from her. So I'm going to try and send her a link and see if she can do it, but I don't know. It might be too tough. Might be expecting too much of her. Just a wee bit too much. Going back into the Streamlabs right now, guys. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. King Roman says, you will make your break. You are an extraordinary talent. Thank you. Right now, during this dark time, it just feels like it's never going to fucking happen. But I know that that's not true, and I have to just get out of that head and be a human being who believes in themselves again. It's hard to stay confident during this time. It really is. I told you guys I'm going to be on Doreena's stream tonight, didn't I? I'll be on Doreena's stream tonight. She's going up at 4. I think she's having us join at 4:15. And then I'm also going to be on Ben Goddard's stream on Sunday, I believe. And I will be on John Roca's stream on Tuesday. So, yeah, Roca's on Tuesday and Goddard is on Sunday. So I'll be all over the place as well. And go check out my friends. We are getting out of here, guys, in the next couple of minutes. So get in any of your last minute super chats, Streamlabs, because when I have a guest, I'm unable to give you guys all shout outs goodbye. I would love to do that today. So anybody who wants them, just say goodbye in the chat. Ooh, Jay Washington, says Fernando. Yes, 100%. I would love to have Jay on. Duh. It's like during this time, my brain isn't even working. So I don't think of some of my friends, which is so stupid. Okay, so goodbye to my friends. Jonathan Donsel, to Super Dan, Joseph Ashley, Mick loving you tonight. Handle that I always freaking love. Corinne, Ian, David, Jeremy, Hey Craig, Rob K, Navjot, Holly, Travis, Dan Layson, Ace Club, Fernando, Simply Emily, Juan Mendez, my amazing mod, Jake Yakoveta. Thank you for being the shit. Jake's gonna, I feel like after this, you're gonna make fun of me for how tired I was today. I will say it was not my highest energy show, but I do think we talked about a lot of important shit. King Sportcal, Jeremy Miller, Gabrielli, Ambrosio, Star Drew, NFL Caleb, John, Daniel, Chaim Speck, Powell, Manny, Jeremy, John. I think I've hit you guys all. I think Dan Layson, Thunder God Cairo, Dodger Ryan, David Arturo, Chris Martinez, Scott Welsh. Oh, Rex. What the fuck? All right. Love you guys a lot. See you soon. Paul Denuzio, thank you. My other amazing moderator in here. Oh, God. Back tomorrow with Cameron Rice. And if you are in the $10 or up tier on Patreon, then don't forget to check in later tonight so you can write a question for Cam. And we'll be doing that all week for all the amazing guests. So, oh, Coy would be a great one to have on also. And Glenn Caesar, Scott, Stephen Fate. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.